I know you're out there. I can feel you now. I know that you're afraid. You're afraid of us. You're afraid of change. I don't know the future. I didn't come here to tell you how this is going to end. I came here to tell you how it's going to begin. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.
Hi. Today we gonna learn system failure and error. Recently in our daily life, everyone using a technology or we focus on computer system, there is a chance that a failure and error can be happen. This matter also lead to physical risk that mainly creating hand and arm problem. Failures and this errors can be caused by software bugs. Limit, poor design and other unconditional condition. System failure can be happen in any term such as in communication state, business field, and also transportation. For example, the customers unable to make their online payment transaction due to system fail in order to process a lot of transactions in one time to book flight tickets. Besides that, billing error and also data can be inaccurate and misinterpreted in database that affects the correctness of data. The factor of system failure can be due to hardware failure or sometimes software issue that causing system to stop functioning. If this happen, the computer may shut off without any warning or notifications and also any error message. If an error message have been displayed, this called as a blue screen of death error. There is source that stated this failure and error are caused by user careless, system incompetence and also dishonesty. Actually, human error are risky than system failure in order to complete a task. For example, user key in the data in database but the information that have been entered are slightly different from actual data. Breaking news, in January 4, 2016, HSBC customers unable to access online banking services as the UK bank suffers internal issue. The customers began experiencing problems logging on to online and mobile banking services. After identified the problem and was working on fixing it, the mobile banking service was available again the next day, but customers were still unable to log in online banking services. Besides for individuals, system failure also can affect large numbers of people, and, in this case study, it seems that HSBC online banking failure had been affected. As the impact, the customers also might feel insecure to deal with the bank in the future. It can damage customer confidence towards the bank and also can ruin bank reputation.
Complex technical issue within their system and not because of cyber attack. The system not update regularly and systematically, which bring the system is out of date.
The airspace over London was briefly closed on Friday afternoon due to what authorities said was a computer failure at one of Britain's two air traffic control centres. NATS, Britain's national air traffic body, said a computer problem at its centre at Swanwick, England, had touched off troubles in the system, but that it was fixed and the agency was in the process of returning to normal operations. Officials at London Heathrow Airport blamed the failures on a power outage.
NATS, the UK air traffic control agency formerly known as National Air Traffic Services, has created a mesmerizing visualization of the planes that fly over Europe. The video itself runs just under 2 minutes, but the time span it covers is a full summer day. Information was collected from two sources: flight plans from July 28th and radar readings in the UK taken on June 21st. The time-lapse coverage of the two calls attention to the immense number of planes that pass through European airspace on a daily basis. Also featured are breakaway moments that show flights arriving from and headed towards North America. Combined, visualized data shows how dense traffic is around numerous hubs on the European continent. It also serves to drive home the point of how connected the world is and how vital Europe is in making those links happen. Said a spokesperson for NATS, airspace might be the invisible infrastructure, but it is every bit as important as the road, rail, and utility networks we all rely on every day. Getting it right matters, and we all have a stake in it.
Treehouse was founded in 1971, and when we were founded, it was a revolutionary concept. We were a no-kill, cageless facility.
Hundreds of Chicago cat owners received bills from the city for failure to register dachshunds, which they did not own. The city used computer matching with two databases to try to find unlicensed cats.
Oh, I'm so glad. Thank you. Oh, that's so wonderful.
I've already had probably close to 10 cats admitted. All of them have been adopted already, so it's really great. I'm just going to ride in the back.
The number of euthanasias nationally are decreasing, the number of adoptions are increasing, but we're still not where we need to be. And so we need
errors in billing system databases cause the person involved to suffer loss and inconvenience.
That means education.
Two different database systems that have been used by the city affect hundreds of innocent cat owners in Chicago, which is they receives bills, which they did not own.
Managed colonies in Cook County.
Causes and impacts. This situation caused by computer database error and affect many problems for individual, either a serious error and can be easily corrected, while some error have more serious consequences and affect the person's life. The factors contributing the database errors are large population with many similar names, which means the database system is poor in naming standard that
You know, we've worked in this facility that's sort of falling apart for years. It's a single family home, it's not an efficient operation. So this will definitely take us to a new level of care for the animals, a new level of enrichment for the cats that stay with us. We will help to cycle those cats through and find homes quicker.
It doesn't compare to being able to start from scratch. We know exactly what we need as far as space, as far as the materials used for the animals, for the public, for our education program.
I'm imagining everything that we've done in our history, our 43-year history up until now, we are going to be able to do that much more.
But it's going to be so wonderful and so much more efficient to have proper materials used in our clinic. That's going to just lead to us being able to save more cats.
They're there 100% to support me with any of the cats that I have, old ones or newcomers. They've been just wonderful.
Based on case study 1, there are several causes of computer system failure in online banking system. So, the solution is the bank should do maintenance regularly in order to get the best performance for their system. Ensure that all staff always alert to recognize or admit that a system is in trouble or failure. So, the solution is the company can held training for staff so that they will get better management and communication among of them. On case study 2, there are several causes of server failures in National Air Traffic Services, NATS. Computer professionals must study failures to understand the impacts of poor work. Besides, to ensure the new develop update is a success, it must be tested thoroughly and tested to the simulation system before. More software engineers who work on safety-critical applications should have special training and require control of all aspects of the development and operation of the system.
Here at NATS, we provide air traffic control and navigation services to aircraft flying in UK-controlled airspace and over the eastern part of the Atlantic. At Swanwick in Hampshire and Prestwick in Ayrshire, Scotland, controllers in the airport tower are responsible for clearing aircraft to land and take off and for coordinating ground movements. But almost as soon as your flight is airborne from Heathrow, it will be passed over to a team of controllers based at Swanwick. NATS manages traffic through some of the most complex airspace in the world, covering area above southern England and the 5 London airports. In this busy area, before ever speaking to an aircraft, controllers go through 2 to 3 years of training, which equips them to deal with any eventuality. Of course, their education doesn't stop at the end of the course. Controllers train throughout their career to keep their skills sharp and up to date with the latest technology and procedures. Our air traffic controllers are assisted by leading-edge systems and technology to enable them to make key decisions for the safe and efficient operation. That's this fusion of leading infrastructure, developed processes, and highly trained people keeps the Skyways network running smoothly and safely over the UK. So the next time you take off, remember the dedicated air traffic control team watching over you.
Last nearly 10 years.
Based on case study 3, there are several causes of computer errors in matching to database.
We are now sponsoring over
So,
500
the solution is the system need to be developed with accurate naming standard to make sure the system exactly can retrieve the right information. Naming standards are a matter of personal choice, but the way the information is entered in the database system should be same, consistent, logical, and well documented.
Like with caretakers to provide them food and shelter daily.
All of the cats that we trap, we microchip and we register.